Another approach that teachers can use is the pro-social classroom model. This model highlights the importance of teachers' social and emotional competence and well-being in the development and maintenance of supportive teacher-student relationships, effective classroom management, and successful social and emotional learning program implementation. Daniel's underperformance in maths, English, and music is a worry for his teacher, who is also concerned about Daniel's lack of interest in these subjects. To address this, Jennings and Greenberg highlights the three main aspects of the model which drives a healthy student-teacher relationship and a healthy classroom environment. A teacher who has the ability to recognize an individual student's emotions, understands their cognitive appraisals that may be related with these emotions, and how these cognitions and emotions provoke the student's behavior, can effectively respond to the student's individual needs. In Daniel's situation, the teacher needs to be aware of his situation which is causing him to underperform in his subjects. Daniel's low socioeconomic status, unable to afford lunch, and requires stationery are some of the factors that the teacher should consider when dealing with him. Failing to acknowledge the main factors for his situation will only discourage him further and create more challenging aspects for the teacher to manage him and the classroom effectively. Secondly, understanding and accepting the student's needs is a challenging task for the teachers, and therefore teachers with higher social and emotional competence are more effective in classroom management, are more likely to demonstrate a more proactive approach, and are more skilled in expressing their emotional expressions and verbal support to promote enthusiasm and enjoyment in learning. Daniel's underperformance in English, maths, and music, and his vulnerability to follow instructions are a great concern for the teacher. Often teachers do not realize the reason behind such behaviors and actions of students, which can negatively affect the student-teacher relationship and overall academic performance. Mazzano, and Pickering highlight that teachers' lack of knowledge to effectively manage social and emotional behavior of their students and the challenges it creates within the school and classrooms. Students show low levels of performance within their studies and classroom tasks. Therefore, it is very important for the teacher to build a relationship with Daniel that is based on trust and understanding and make him feel welcome. Thirdly, Jennings and Greenberg emphasize that teachers with higher social and emotional competence will be able to implement social and emotional curriculum more effectively because they are the epitome of desired social and emotional behavior. To implement this effectively, the teacher with better social and emotional understanding is effectively able to apply extensive process-based activities, not just within the classroom, but in everyday situations as they naturally occur in the classroom. With Daniel's underperformance in English, maths, and music, the teacher can introduce pre-writing activities such as entrance cards, critical question exchanges to develop an understanding of the level he is at. This also promotes open discussion in the classroom and helps Daniel to come out of his comfort zone. With difficulties in English, for example, the teacher can ask the class to write a mini draft of a chapter and then conduct a peer response session to help students to edit their work based on the peer response session and teacher's own feedback. This will allow the teacher to observe and see how Daniel is approaching the task and where he needs help. The teacher should avoid step-by-step instructional approach and let students to be open-minded and come up with their own ideas, and keep special attention towards Daniel and observe him and make note of the difficulties he's facing in approaching the task. Rhodes, Jensen, and Ree stresses that pro-social classroom behavior has a significant impact on students' academic success. Without pro-social classroom skills can negatively affect the academic and social growth of individuals. For instance, in Daniel's case scenario, where he is reluctant to follow instructions, has low social and emotional competence, will mostly find it difficult to complete assignments and classroom tasks. Therefore, the pro-social classroom model intervention, if applied accordingly as suggested by Jennings and Greenberg, could produce positive outcomes for Daniel.